Might help if I unmute myself. It's entirely possible. Hello, everybody. Welcome along. How's it going? We're back. Chillin in the building. It's been a while. It's been a few weeks, hasn't it? MD318, thank you very much for the 30 months resub. Dude, hell yes. That's awesome, man. Thank you very much. Welcome along, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. And you're ready to build something here in Empyrean. I have no idea what it is. I want to build a sort of purpose-built combat CV. Is what I want to build today. But I got to admit to you guys straight off the bat, I am lacking in inspiration for shapes and stuff right now. I really am. Genuinely struggling right now. Right just before the stream, I'm looking through Google Images. I'm looking at sci-fi ships and all sorts of things to try and get some idea of what kind of thing I want to go for. No idea what to do. So it's going to be interesting to see what the hell I can come up with when my brain is just like, nope. There we go. Okay, I'm going to keep an eye on my face cam because it's been misbehaving. Just suddenly freezing and stuff like that. Keep an eye on that. But okay, it seems alright so far. Have you had any feedback on the disappearing ship bug? Not yet, no. We're still waiting for the guy, one of the developers, to come back off of holiday. He's on holiday and... until he comes back from holiday. Yeah. Hey, Jockey Way. Welcome along, buddy. How's it going? Right. Who else we got? Sailing sometimes. Lols. Cool. Lexi Larson, hello, what are you going to play? We're playing Empyrean today. Solo, hi folks. Well, bye folks, but I'm pretty sure he means hi. Mike, how's it going, buddy? It's Chillin in the building. I'm wanting to build a mega space station. Now, I've been there, done that, not doing it again. It's just so much work. So much work. And in one stream, you'll barely get anything done. Greetings from DK, Denmark, I assume. Lexi. Greetings to you. Welcome along. Thank you for joining us. Rare Light as well. Good evening. Good evening. Solo Spirit. 99 Midnight Gamer. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Missing in action. Welcome along. Jockey Way as well. Beale's Pink Submarine. Love it. Mr. Amazing Taste. Humble, right? Nathan, welcome. Alright, what do we have in front of us right now is a ship called the Vindicator, which I started... Oh, God. When did I start this? It was last year. That's how long ago it was. It was last year I started building this ship. It is finally on the workshop. Let me give you guys a quick tour of the Vindicator. This was supposed to be a endgame do-it-all vessel, which is something that is very difficult to achieve in Reforged Eden. But it is achievable. The Vindicator is here proof of that. But it does require 10 auxiliary cores to work. Just the sheer number of engines and guns and generators and constructors and everything requires 10 aux cores to actually run this thing. But it's very well armored, and as you can see, it's got a few guns on it. It's got a few guns dotted around. It is not rated for Tavira dreadnoughts. I did take it up against one, or it survived the Tavira, but it ran out of guns. It's just the Tavira ripped all the guns off of it before I could even get its frickin' shields down. It was unreal, but the ship was very much intact, and the armor held. It's just, well, that was a complete waste of ammunition and armor and stuff, and I ran out of guns, so... It even ripped off the artillery cannons at the back there, which is really weird, because... you know, there are engines and generators and everything else much further forward than those cannons at the back, but it ripped them off, it ripped all the turrets off, it ripped everything off, and then I had literally like 2 GATs and a laser left, and I was like, I guess it's time to withdraw. All the sort of block damage was at the front where it should be, and a lot on that where the rocket, the artillery cannons were, and everything else was fine, but... so it's very survivable. It takes an absolute beating, which is good, because I wanted a heavily armoured vessel that would basically look after you very, very well. As you can see, I've tucked a load of generators here in the Xeno armor at the front here. This is all to draw fire to the left and right kind of spontoons or whatever you want to call them, and it works. But for whatever reason, the Tavira also just took issue with, I think some of its turrets are just set to certain guns and stuff, and it just ripped them off anyway. So it's not rated for Taviras. It's not really a dreadnought. It is, I would say, it's probably a closer description as a battle carrier, because it both capable of fighting things like Camarates, any other Xerax ship below the Tavira, basically, it can annihilate quite comfortably. But it can also do a lot of carrying as well. So it's got quite a large hangar bay. Definitely get a few HVs and SVs and whatnot in here, and it will land on a planet quite comfortably, and you can deploy that reasonably easily as well. And from the hangar bay, you've got constructors for days, even a couple of deconstructors in here as well. So you, like I said, I tried to go for a do-it-all ship. This is that one do-it-all ship. You've got hydroponics, massive amount of hydroponic bays. It's all in the kind of the aim of reducing the number of ships you need. So, and give the server a bit of a break, you know. It's just like less servers, less ships, please, guys, less ships. Yeah, we got a few sort of RP kind of rooms and stuff up here in the mid deck. And then you got the core room with all 10 of the aux cores that you need. And it's all textured throughout. It's all signal logicked, organized, everything is sort of done for you. And then we got the bridge. Now this is just the sort of decorative bridge, I suppose you could say, because in the core room, you might have noticed there's a cockpit right there as well, and that's probably the most shielded room there is in the entire ship. So you got a bridge there. Yeah, even the engineering sort of decks are fully textured and stuff. You get access to the engines and the warp core and the shield generator and stuff. It's all corridored and textured up. And there we go. That's pretty much the entire ship. It's got about 50 to 60k. It's got 4 ammo boxes, Owen. It's got 4 ammo boxes. And it's got about 60k shields, just under 60k shields, so it could take a few hits. How's the server going? Actually, not too bad now. It's reached the sort of saturation point with the server where we're starting to see people's ships disappearing, but it's not nearly as bad as it was in the first run. So I think things are improved, but yeah, there are just ongoing issues forever with multiplayer Empyrean, and especially when you load it up with Reforged Eden, which has a massive galaxy, and you have these ever-increasing complex ships, and people like to fly around in carrier-type ships with loads of other CVs and everything docked to it. And that format just seems to really overwhelm the Empyrean database to the point where it just starts deleting shit, so that's good. Obviously, we've spoken to Elion about it. We've actually reproduced the problems in vanilla now as well. They're very much aware of it, looking into it. I'm waiting to hear back from them, but the guy they need to talk to about the database, which is a particular issue, is still on holiday, so I don't know what's going to come of it at the moment. We're just waiting to hear. So that's how the server's going. But hopefully, if they can fix it, then we can fix it for a lot of Reforged Eden servers. Might be coming back and also working on my first orbital station, a new CV that I've started building last year. Oh, tell me about it. Last year. Hey, Raccoona! What's up, dude? Returnal. Copulator. I was going to get housework done until I got this notification. Hell yeah, welcome along. Owen says, but Vermilion wants you to have all the ships. Vermilion does, yes. But the game's code and underlying structure hates it and will punish you by deleting your shit. So, you know, it's like Vermilion on one side, Elion on the other side. And in this particular case, Elion wins, I'm afraid, because Vermilion doesn't have that power. He's a modder, not the developers. So, sorry, Vermilion. I'm going to try and encourage people to have less ships. Anyway, how many aliens personnel are in that ship? It's a good question. I never did a count, actually. Didn't do a head count. We can have a look, though. What would they be under? Is it under equipment? Or is there like a crew category? There's a crew station. Is that 8 aliens and 17 humans, most of which are security guards. There you go. 8 aliens, 17 humans. And that's all to just get the CPU just under 2,100,000. You need them. You need them. Now, because you can't save blueprints with auxiliary cores in them, auxiliary cores are forbidden blocks. So the blueprint that's on the workshop has no auxiliary cores in it. It is wildly over CPU. And I put a warning on the Steam page, do not power the ship on before you put in the required CPU, either quantums or auxiliary cores. Don't turn it on, it will explode. Just little warning there. No big deal. Hey Prebo, how's it going, buddy? Welcome along. Forgot to mention, I have built 2 modular carries of my own since last month. See, part of the problem. There you go. Luxy says, holy crap, that ship is huge. It's not even the biggest, but yeah, it's a pretty beast. It's a pretty beast. I lost 149 or so ships in one go when I did the test. Yes, 149 bolts all disappeared, didn't they? People get holidays? Yeah, I know. Elion. They give these people holidays. The developers holidays. That's one of the problems, isn't it? Does not bother you if I will call you Jake. I mean, it's not my name. You look exactly like Jake Vorasek. Don't know him, but thanks, maybe? I don't know. In playthrough, Spanj has already kidnapped and enslaved 49 alien colonists, so should have plenty of crew. This ship will not be coming to vanilla, okay? It doesn't work in vanilla, unless you put the advanced core in it, and then you'll be fine. But yeah, it's too many blocks. Too many blocks. Spanjaditos. Buildin, what's up? Spent 25 crew, them rookie numbers. Like I said, it was just enough to get the CPU down, so I didn't have to add another core. I'm already at the limit of 10 auxiliary cores. Spanj made an expensive bomb. It pretty much is, yeah. Let's hear about your last EGS episode, where the new ship fires at you at Alpha. At most, I thought it would fire a few GATs or cannon turrets at me. I didn't realize it had legacy weapons on it, that the disruptor cannons. Yeah, that took me by surprise a little bit. I even stood there watching it going, it's not going to fire, is it? And then, yep. Didn't actually take all that much damage, really. I need to get it on a repair pad, nevertheless, anyway, but, yeah. That was fun. It was good. It was good. Alrighty. We're gonna build something. We're gonna build something. I don't know what. It's really difficult. It's really difficult because I didn't even know what shape I want to go for. I have a couple of ideas, but I don't know which one to choose. You know, it's like. That's how my brain is working right now. It's just completely and utterly useless. So how does repair to template work with those cores? It doesn't. Just don't lose the cores. Don't lose the fucking cores. He's already told you good in that episode. Hey Spanj, what up? I saw the ship released in the workshop. Great work. Thank you very much, Colby. Hope you enjoy. Elos, hey from Argentina. Zalos Porassos. Hello, sir. Welcome from the other side of the world. What is on the docket today? Well, we'll get to that. We're getting into that now. Yeah. Hey, Wimper man. Damn, I almost missed another Chillin in Buildin. Ah, you're fine, Prince Casper. We've just begun, mate. If you repair the damaged ships, do you lose the cores? No. It doesn't overwrite blocks. It only replaces missing blocks. Never actually used them. There you go. We're building a spaceship with a baby's ROM. Oh, a baby's room. Maybe. Yeah, you're going to be able to combat ship and put a crib in it. Good idea. Good idea. Okay. I might start upside down for this one. Usually what I do is I like to frame the ship out into the shape that I want, but because I don't really know what the shape I want is, I might do backwards today. And I did this, I think, I did this with the Regent as well. I started with the internals and then ended up flipping it all around anyway. But if I can get the components that I want in there, then I'll know how big I need to make it. And these might dictate a little bit of the shape, I suppose, of the damn thing. Because I think most of it, being a combat ship, is going to be engineering. But we're going to try and use some of the things that we've never used before, like the fusion generator here, the fusion reactor. Is this something that repair to template false, but save to template? I don't know, probably not. If I put a fusion reactor in it and then build the space around it, I can always take that fusion reactor out at the end, and then there's a space for one if you get one, right? It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Okay. Shield capacitors all day, every day, all the shields. Apparently, it is possible to get a ship max shields within the 2.1 million CPU allowed. Thoroughly skeptical, but we'll see what we can do. All right. Let's do something then. This is all going to be internal, so I'll use carbon substrate. Right. And again, very much like I have no idea what I'm doing right now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens when I start throwing some blocks about, shall we? Right, so we know we're going to need a lot of space. If we're building an engineered deck, we're going to need a lot of space. And it may be, now that I've thrown carbon down, better to actually do a lot of this in Xeno material so that there's actually armor around central components. Good. Good start. Good start. Is that the right one? Xeno material blocks, yep. So we just do undo twice. There we go. Undo 3 times. Undo 4 times. Lovely. Let's start with our fusion reactor, right? If you're making an endgame ship, I think you want to do 2 fusion reactors. Well, I don't know if it's endgame necessarily. I want a combat ship. I don't want... to give you an idea, right? Hang on. Look at that bloody asset. That's massive. I've got 2 combat ships in my... like, purebred... not the Ventress. Vendetta. I've got 2 combat ships, right? Thoroughbred combat ships. Their only function is to fight or die. Right? Every other combat ship that I've got has other functions, be it carrier or whatever. Right? The Vendetta and the Ray Tracer. Ray Tracer is the vanilla combat vessel. Very fast, very maneuverable, lovely little bit of kit, that, but obviously very small, as you can see. And the Vendetta follows along similar lines, reasonably maneuverable, reasonably fast, very much sort of combat orientated, and all the armor is in the nose. But neither of these things can take on like very big targets. They can take on most things, but we took on the Z1 carrier with a Vendetta. It died. It died rather quickly. Yep. Okay. So what I want is very much a thoroughbred combat ship, but one that is very, very capable of taking things on. And if I can get it within 2.1 million, even if I have to strip off things like the fusion reactor and put in standard generators or strip off the turrets or whatever, fine. Then I can get it in 2.1 and it can be upgraded with the quantums and so on and so forth. Tanner, dude, thank you very much for $5. I always start building and give up near the beginning. What do you need to do to have a wonderful building process from start to finish? Streaming it helps. It kind of forces you to carry on. You know? I have, to be honest, I have got plenty of builds in my history where I have just gone nope, and just deleted it. I've done that plenty of times. I have done that plenty of times. So don't worry about it. Honestly. Right, I'm just thinking, like, I need to build out this fusion reactor. Like, give it plenty of room, you know? I want to build a box around it, but also want to be able to build within the box to decorate it. I'm going to go one higher there. Alright, this is a hell of a ship so far, isn't it? Look at that. Wow. A Xeno cube. Xeno cube. Lovely. Alright, so I'm thinking we have an entranceway there, and then we got 1, 2 blocks higher, and we have an entranceway there. And that's our sort of reactor core of our engineering deck, right? Doesn't look like much now, but bear with me. Oh dear. How to like really advertise these things and just be like, yeah, it will come good, guys. It will come good. Don't worry. Don't worry. we'll make it all right. So with a fusion core to probably be like the last thing possible to shoot. Yeah. Spanj Combat CV, you mean showing Buildin what he needs to nerf? Yeah. I hope not. I've been upgrading my asteroid auto miner with Orcs cores, and it's basically turned into a combat ship. Lol, 16 positrons and extra large railguns and 3 EMP takes out all of the drone ships quite nicely. Bullseye cores with the large railguns, so fun. It's like using sniper on foot, but for spaceships. That is awesome. Spanj finishes ships because the shame of admitting he had to dump idea is too much to bear, so he just carries on. Pretty much, Owen. Pretty much. Yeah. Not far off. No, not at all far off. Right, I want to go for a really high capacity, but obviously, oh fuck me, these things are massive. Sorry, that was a big old F-bomb, wasn't it? I forget how big these bastards are. Look at the size of these dicks. Vermilion, I am coming for you, you asshole. This is the problem with these things, right? You've got to... They're so huge that in order to... in order to like really fully use them, you gotta have a massive boat, like really. And then in order, if you got a massive boat like that, then you need huge thrusters to move the damn thing. And if you have huge thrusters, then you need more generators, which means you need a bigger ship. The balance is like really, really tight. Really tight. Right, that's capacitor banks as well, okay. And it is not freaking easy, right. These are capacitor banks, so we're going to have 4 of those. Then let's get some chargers. There we go. Right, so we're having like full freaking shield array going on here. And this is all needs to be insulated in Xeno as well, really, ideally. I'm not going to worry about having space at the back of this. Unbelievable. They're the size of this thing already. I'm not used to, I'm not anymore at least anyway, building larger ships. I very much sort of now focus mostly on smaller vessels. And then there's 2 reasons for that. Texturing's a pain in the ass is one reason. And look at that, that kind of clips in. That looks nice. Look at that. Is that by design? You cheeky little devil. That is by design, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be by design, right. I hope that's enough chargers to keep it going anyway. We're just like we're having 2 chargers to every 4 capacitors. Might work. Right? No core present, obviously. Core. There you are. We'll have a proper core room, but I'll just show it there for now, just so I can have a look at the shield capacity. And it's possible to have a full shield ship within 2.1 million. Bullshit. I don't know if it was Vermilion that said that or someone else, but that's bullshit. The shield boosters alone are 2.1 million. So, I don't know. There we go. So we're already well over. But, you know, the point is we make the space for them, and then we can decide what to rip out later, so that we got space for upgrades. That's the key here. Space for upgrades. Alright, so I don't like the texture of Xeno. Okay, now in a room like this where most of the blocks are kind of obscured, you can get away with the cable-like texture or a variation of the cable-like textures. But when you're actually in the corridors of this place and I want things to look nice, then I need steel or plastic. But I don't want to insulate this room in plastic. This is an important room, so we're going to use combat steel here on the top and bottom of this to these sections here. This weighs a lot and is obviously going to be problematic when it comes to running thrusters. But there we have our shield room. That is a massive shield room. And you know what? That is even with not even got a shield generator. Not even a shield generator yet. So that's what we need next. This keeps on getting bigger. That's a bastion. We want an advanced shield generator. Yes, please. And we're gonna have a little bit more Xeno material again. Ugh. I like to hang these things upside down. I don't know why, I just do. It's just a thing. Just a thing I do. And we're going to surround that into Xeno as well. All that means is just like literally the key components there have got the armor. Now, for the rest of the hull on the outside of the ship, it can be bloody steel, it can be plastic for all we care, because we want to keep the weight down as much as possible so that we can get the best performance out of thrusters. But at the same time, if the shields drop, we don't want to be losing shield generators and fusion cores and all that stuff. This is problematic. What is the radiation next to these things? It's very high. Okay. We need to move the shield generator back then. This is my problem. I never give enough room for the player to maneuver around, you know? I'm just like so against making things bigger and bigger. We need to give at least... There we go. We need to give a block spacing. I'm about 1 block away. 6.4 radiations is the native background radiation of space that I'm in. Okay, fine. So 1 block away from that shield generator is all we need. So that capacitor. And we can successfully navigate that. All the bloody things that we need to consider, guys. It's crazy, right? Honestly. Right, well, we've got our Xeno box around that. Now, don't worry. I mean... Texturing Xeno is a pain in the ass, but we got plastic and stuff that we can create block texturing over the top of it, and actually we can use some of the Xeno to our advantage because it has a very good glowy. So where we want glowies, we can make glowies. It's good. The player just has to run past the radiation. Do you know what, Raccoona? I agree with you. Absolutely agree with you. The player can just run past the radiation. But do you know what? The amount of complaints I get about hotspots and radiation spots in obscure parts of ships. Oh, there's a hotspot here, Spanj. Oh, there's a radiation spot here. Oh, yeah, no good. I condemn this ship. Blah, 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 blah. It's insane. It's genuinely insane. Yeah. All the time. So I have to Well, I don't have to, I suppose. I could just ignore the bastards. There is that option as well, isn't there? But yeah. It kind of annoys me, so I generally opt to try now and not put hotspots and stuff like that. Yeah. Hey Fluff, what's up dude, welcome along. Tell the complainers to send complaints via fax. Stop standing on thrusters and hugging reactors, you'll be fine. Exactly. Yeah. People just want to stand next to thrusters. I think, you know, people just want to sort of... There's like that one-upmanship, isn't there? Like, oh, yeah, I found problems. Ooh, look at me. I'm a special boy. Woo, special boy. Right, anyway. That is... It's huge already. Okay, so the important thing is that we have an engineering deck. We have a fusion reactor core with space around it and above it and stuff like that that we can decorate nicely. The shield array, well, it decorates itself, you know. Look at the assets here. Assets are very nice. And we can, that's mostly decorated itself, really. Bit of texturing in the background. This will look fantastic. Good lighting. Job done. The shield thingy array, we'll put a nice window there so we can see it spinny. And the rest we just texture around. Again, we could use a lot of plastic and stuff. So, that is dictated to us by those components, those massive freaking components. Has kind of dictated to us a lot of the shape of the ship. It's going to be a long boy. And it's going to be thick AF, right? Alright. There's a lot still to add. We need fuel tanks, O2 tanks, backup generators, or standard generators that we would run the ship on without the fusion core for the sake of the blueprint. We need pentaxid tanks, gravity generators. I'm not putting any constructors on this thing. It's not about constructors. It's not about food production, anything like that. It's going to be one cargo box maybe, and the rest will be ammo boxes. Long range detector will do. A bit of solar power might help keep it kind of... It's not going to have a... Well, I put a fridge on, but it's not going to be for food storage. So I'm like, solar panels? Really? So thrusters, then. They're the next big expense on CPU, aside from, obviously, guns. Yeah, okay. These bastards are very expensive as well. CPU, 110,000 each. Okay. What you building? Hey, I am Wolf. Welcome along, buddy. We're trying to build a combat ship. Artemis. Oh, God. Oh, God, no. Oh, God. Artemis, don't look at me. Don't look at me. The absolute master of building combat ships is in my freaking chat. The pressure. One space between each array, or you're building a bomb. You don't need to armor them from outside fire so much as you need to stop them from destroying each other in a massive chain reaction. Okay, okay, that's important information I didn't know. So the shield capacitors have an explosion radius. That is so very typical of Vermilion. That is absolutely... Combat steel half blocks between. Okay. Thank you, Artemis. You saved me there, I think, because that would have been instantly catastrophic, wouldn't it? Okay. So that means this needs to be even bigger then. Okay, fine. That's not a problem. It's big anyway. It's not... It's big anyway. It doesn't make any difference at this point, making it 3 blocks... Well, what? 1, 2, 3 blocks longer? Fine. That's going to save me, actually. So that's good. It's good. Alright, let's get rid of this nonsense. 2 steps back, 3 steps forward, right? And it needs to be 3 blocks longer. Okay. I take all of these back out again. Apart from the ones at the end there, I didn't need to take those out. But yeah, no, whatever. Alright, and we're going to go... We're still the same formula. 4 capacitors to 2 chargers. Artemis Gaming, yo, what up? Loving your builds, by the way. I'm borrowing a few of them in my single-player playthrough. Hell yeah, dude. Yes, if you want effective combat stiff, you cannot go wrong with one of Artemis's builds. Absolutely godlike. Right. So we put a block between each one. Oh, charges now, yeah. There we go. And we're going to insulate them with combat steel in order to prevent the explosion. I assume that's combat steel up and across the very dimensions of it as well. So we have it like halfway along, like that. It's not going to prevent the chain reaction. So I need to come up to that line there. And that last row I'm going to use combat steel so I can texture it nice. Because Xeno is just fugly! Right, and then that was the last bit there as well. Okay. So we've got a Xeno insulator all the way around. So does that mean then I can accept some casualties, I suppose. Placing the other chargers and capacitors on top of them is probably a bad idea. Because I had them like that, didn't I? But if I don't do that, then this thing is just even I need another whole section just for these guys. My god. How large is it going to be? Massive at this rate, Gregory! Oh my god, right, okay. Massive! Unbelievably massive. So, do you really need the others? Doesn't even give us an estimated shield capacity at this point, which is kind of annoying. But I suppose it doesn't have anything. Right. If I'm going to put these in separate locations, then they're going to be over here. I think it is going to be a freaking dreadnought at this point. To be honest, I wasn't even planning it to be this huge. Were they the chargers or the capacitors? Oops, they're the chargers. Right, we don't want those. We want the capacitors. Got 2 capacitors, and we have 4 chargers. Okay, and they're going to be in their own little box out there. And then the little ones I'm happy to attach to their big brothers down here. Because they seem to attach to that asset really nicely. I quite like that. And then I can run a pipe off the center of that all the way up as well. That will look great. And if they blow up and blow up one of the small ones, I'm not going to be too heartbroken about that. Okay. So now we need another room off for these guys. And I probably need to give that a couple of block spacing as well. In fact, let me just undo that. Oh crap, that's going to undo. Trying to keep the combat steels to the minimum, but at the same time, I don't want to be stuck with Xeno texturing in areas where I'm going to be walking around. This is a reforged build, yeah. Will this ship have a sauna? I won't buy it unless it has a sauna. Sally, no! No! No, the nightmares! The nightmares! It's massive of a Star Destroyer. It's getting very Star Destroyer-y, you know. the box universe of Star Destroyers. Right, okay. So, capacitors are back. Done that bit. Now we're going to put the shield generator back again. We've already got the block spacing for... for the... You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Right. Put this guy back. In his Xeno cage. Gonna need a lot of Xeno material. Gonna need a lot of it. Alright. And we have the warp core on top of that. Which will need its own Xeno cage. Okay, bearing in mind I'm just trying to, at the moment, get the dimensions of the interior so that I can try and figure out how the exterior is going to look. So, by placing all these components and the blocks around them, that gives me the best idea of overall dimensions. Don't worry about shaping and texturing at this point. Spanj, you missed a room. Raccoona. Raccoona. Don't make me come out there. Elliot, need more Xeno textures, please fix. God, yes, please. Please, more Xeno textures. God, they suck. They really suck. Oh my god. Right, we need a core room because at this point we are going to have a lot of cores. Now, we've got a bit of space on top of here. I'm wondering whether maybe we can repurpose that or I just bite the bullet and go higher. Because I think that's going to come out, naturally that's going to come out wide because on the sides of these we need our normal generators, ammo boxes and fuel tanks and such. The front of this ship is going to be a lot of armor. So a lot more Xeno material. And the core somewhere up the front here. Sounds weird, I know, but I'll explain later. Need room for 500 crew. Hey, you could probably fit 500 blocks in this space here. Cram them in. Alright, so I'm thinking core room will go here. Let's grab... very dramatic music. Very, very dramatic music. We need our extenders, first of all. And I'm going to build it away from the fusion core at the back there. I'm going to build it above this combat steel sections here. I've begged Keith. Okay, how am I going to do this? Let's do this. It doesn't really matter at this point, whatever. Let's do it flat. That way we're going less height, more length. Oh yeah, 5, really awkwardly. Of course. There we go. Alright, now we can grab a bunch of quantums and auxiliary cores, and this will just give us an idea of how much space we need to get the core room up to. Now, bearing in mind, it's really difficult to do as well before we're even halfway through CPU. But let's... wait. 4, 5. It would be good to get a couple of auxiliary core shields in here. I'm thinking. They will add shield capacity. We're at 226 shield capacity. It's pretty good. Not bad, but we can do better. That's our 10 there, right. And then let's add, like, I don't know, 6 quantum CPUs as well. We'll see how we get on with that. And then we might be able to eat in. There's plenty of space there, so we can add more. But I'm not going to have a lot of hard points for weapons. I'm not going to have a massive amount of weapons actually on the blueprint itself. Maybe what we're campaigning for? Oh, textures for Xeno. Hell yes. Ah, yes, please. Mo. Like learning from your builds helps me understand things better for building my own stuff. Thank you very much, Dragon House. You're very welcome. This is how you make sure you lose every single extender to a lucky shot. It's 1 in a million, kid. Let's blow this thing. Get out of it. Yeah. If you're taking damage to the very core of the ship there, you've lost. Anyway, there's also, I'm gonna come to it later. There's a nice little trick again that Artemis taught me that you can do to help prevent losing very expensive things like that. Okay, so now we need to think about the smaller items. Let's get some large generators in here. Let's get some T3 fuel tanks. Where the frick are they? There they are. And so we don't need many O2 tanks. Literally 4 will do. That'll keep you oxygenated for most of your life. So, big things. Gravity generators, I guess. They're a big pain in the asses. These are not the large generators I'm looking for. These are the large generators I'm looking for. Yes. Alright. Middle block, walking, middle block space for actual getting in there. And then give me a double high Xeno block there to mount you on. And I'm just going to assume that we're going to need more than one. So I'm going to page that up. I'm going to assume we need 4 massive generators before the fusion core is added. Don't forget, I plan on taking a lot of this stuff out. Very dramatic music. I need to get a route through all this stuff. Pathing. Okay. Imagine that's the corridor as you walk on it, and then everything else around it is going to be block decoration. Okay, so we can work around that with the fuel tanks then. Again, these guys need to be spaced out. It's a big boat. It's going to take a lot of fuel. It's going to be very, very hungry. Space it out 1 block at a time. We've got the footprint now. We can do that, and that is a lot of fuel. Just to have teleporters in each room. Well, as far as the pilot is concerned, you'll probably only actually go into one part of the ship. You know. And I'll make sure that the entrance of that is easy to get to. Do you know what? Filter. What am I filtering? I forgot to put YouTube on sub only. 1 second, guys. Preempting the bot arrival. The arrival of the bots. Any moment now. They will come. I swear it. The bastards. They will come. God, it takes ages to load. Come on, YouTube. Sorry, guys. I'll be alright with you. Okay. So you guys on YouTube, if you suddenly can't chat, then you have to just give that sub button a little tickle, and then you can come back and join us in the chat. Right, sorry, where was I? Would love a combat ship that doesn't cost me my soul. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by filter, Andre. What are you talking about? Have you tried making in battle station before? They're kind of pointless, really. Generally, I would say you build a space station and then you build defense satellites around them. A battle station is pretty pointless in the game. In all honesty. I am afraid. Oh, I am afraid. Okay, fine. There we go. Shudda-da-da-da. Shudda-da-da-da. So much Xeno. Let's put another tank. Why am I not putting another tank there? I don't know. There we go. Maybe put an extra driver's seat or two in case you encounter unexpected manta ray drone. Yeah, I think you're right. Having a secondary cockpit is definitely worthwhile. For sure. Right. So we've got our fuel tanks, we've got our generators. We've got our shield capacitors. Gravity generators. Difficult things. Difficult things. Bloody pain in the ass, they are. Gravity generator. Well, actually, I don't know how big this thing... I mean, once I put the frontal armor on this thing, it's going to be massive, so... but then the frontal armor is not somewhere you need to walk, in fairness. So it should be okay. I have a combat ship for the vanilla playthrough. I have one already. It's this little guy here. I haven't brought the old ray tracer out for a while, but she's very effective. You know, for her size, she's quite a little spunky little beast, and that will deal with most things in the vanilla game. For real. For real. And now obviously it still can't take on a Tavera, but then, you know, generally I just avoid those things anyway. They're just not really worth it. The combat expense. Right, there we go. Fully insulated fuel tanks, apart from on the side there, which we'll get to. When I set up the corridor. That corridor now... ideally probably needs to be like 2 wide now, even 3 wide maybe. A 3 wide corridor around. Okay. What else do we need? We need ammo boxes. Big, stupid ammo boxes. Lots and lots of ammo. So, ammunition controllers, container controllers. And again, they need to be somewhat insulated from everything. So I'm thinking we chuck them up here, on the same level as the core, but obviously separated enough that they can be insulated away from. Counting blocks. 312. You bastard. Stick them on the inside, actually. 320. There we go. Now, it's actually... I think it is just the container controllers themselves that would explode, not the extensions. The extensions will just fly off, essentially, as they're blown up, and you'll lose ammunition capacity as they are blown up and destroyed, but they do not explode. The controllers, however, do. So 320, there we go. So we sort of surround those in Xeno. Okay. ammunition, generators, fuel tanks, shield capacitors, fusion core, warp drive, gravity generator, shield generator. 4 320 ammo boxes should be enough, right? That's a big boom. It looks terrible, but then all ships in Imperium start off looking that way, and then Spanj's ships looks amazing by the end. Yeah, I'll try. I'll try. Like I said, I'm trying to Pentax tank, O2 tanks. I mean, they're 2x1s. They're pretty small, so I'll put them in, but I might move them later on when the ship takes shape. Pentaxid is pretty valuable. We don't want to lose that, so I'm thinking we put that somewhere up here in the core of the ship. O2, couldn't care less, so whatever. It's explodey though, so we do have to kind of take some care about where it goes. And again, like I said, 4 tanks will be more than enough for one person to live on for most of their life. Okay. Let's grab... I'm going to do another corridor up here. I know these don't look like corridors at the moment, but I'm giving myself 3 blocks spacing for a reason. So that basically I can shape it as and how I want to. And then that's probably better off as a walkway of some kind rather than whole blocks. Okay, whatever, we'll come to that. Okay, so that... Wish there was an auxiliary Pentaxid tank. Yeah, that'd be good. So we got a gravity generator, which is a pain in the bum, but it's there. Don't forget Wi-Fi and detectors. Again, tiny single blocks, they can be added in at the end. Link for the SFS ray tracer. Nope. Nope. Spanj, what happened to the pigeon miner? Nothing is there. It's there. So yeah, you can't post links in my chat, unfortunately. But what I will do... Hey, John. So I'll post it for you. Give me a minute. I need to find it. There you go. That's the link to the ray tracer right there in the chat there. If you're interested. It's a good little ship, that one. And it has a Discord. He does. Hey, Ashram. If you have an anti-man tank and a Pentaxid tank installed, will it fall back to the irregular one if the fancy one is destroyed? Oh, don't even speak of the fancy one being destroyed. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The maximum amount has been extended, hasn't it? Is there like an extendy block or something? Look at this. Scanning station. Science station. Bleh. Wow. Is that only, do I just need to add more extenders to it? Does it go even higher than 320? Blip. No, it doesn't. Must be some extension block or something that I'm not aware of. The fancy one is always destroyed first. 2 times 320Ks of ammo will destroy an entire drone space sector. 4 times 320Ks is just fine. 640K are cargo controller only, not ammo controller. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Artemis. That covers it. Alright, so now we need to decide engine placement. Probably the most important thing in one of these ships. Now, I've never really built, and I'm never even going to pretend to know how to build something like what Artemis builds in the whole sort of spinny kind of ships, but I would like this to be maneuverable enough to get yourself into a decent position around a target so that you can hammer it with artillery cannons. Because I think basically positrons for shields and generator pinpointing basically, and then you hit it with artillery cannons. So it needs to be maneuverable that you can use the manual fires, and something already this massive is going to be really difficult to do that with. But we need to decide engine placement. Do we have nacelles? These are the questions. These are the questions. I already have a bit of nacelling going on the sides here. These could be quite easily adapted into nacelles. Or do I mount the engines into the hull and just try and put... It's so difficult. Very tucked in nacelles, I would think. Yeah, I think, to be honest, if you're doing a shield fighter spinny boat that's made out of plastic, you have to put the engines out on the very outer edges. If you're doing an armor tanky ship, then it doesn't really matter. You want your engines very well protected. But like I said, I want high maneuverability, so I think nacelles are a must at this point. Is it a hammer or a scalpel? There you go. Ironwolf pretty much says it. I want it to be a scalpel. I do. But I want it to be a scalpel that's made of titanium. I'm thinking nacelles. I'm thinking nacelles. Okay. This is one of those rare occasions where I might actually use a second symmetry plane. There. Although, that's confusing as hell. Shite, you bastard. No, I want it. I want the symmetry plane there, and I want that block gone. The right one? Yeah. On the right level, and it is center. Okay, good. So this is where we kind of use steel mostly. A shaft with two nacelles. Classic ship design. It's a Y-wing, basically, isn't it? It's another bloody Y-wing. But we could maybe like make it a little bit more unique looking if we did a 4 nacelle design. Now, I've done that before in the Ventress. Now, the Ventress, great little ship, wonderful little sort of mid-game cruiser, has the 4 nacelle setup. Like that. But its nacelles are only big enough for the large thrusters, not the XLs. So what if I did a 4 nacelle setup, but big enough for the XLs? Like the Vindicator here. These are XL nacelles. But they're only just big enough for the up and downs. I had to do some shenanigans with the up and down ones. If we did a single tall nacelle, that would be better for the up and down thrust, right? The Ventress is 2 seasons old now. Yeah, she is. Do a 3-cell design. Or a top center nacelle as well. Okay. See, the nacelles are just a wonderful way to get those engines out to the very edges of the ship. That's really it. Hey, Laney, how's it going? Welcome. Go wild, put a nacelle on the front. Woohoo! You guys know how to live. I'm trying to think of a unique way to make it look good, without compromising performance at the same time, and that is, it's hard, dudes. It's hard. Because now I'm starting to think about shapes and whatnot of the overall hull, and Like, okay, I'll demonstrate what I'm thinking currently. So if I do it at a nacelle out here, right, and I'm gonna have to turn this one off real quick because what I'm thinking is we put an XL there, and then we put an XL on the diagonal. Oh, come on, you bastard, behave. It's so difficult. Life's freaking hard, isn't it? Just go. Just go where I want you to go. Is it that hard? Right? You put the nacelle, and then you have it like a diagonally nacelle kind of thing, right? You put a diagonal nacelle around it, which extends forward up to, I don't know, maybe around about here, right, where basically the midship ends. And that will give you plenty of room for your uppy downy thrusters as well. And the problem with that is then you've got this diagonal line going up, and then just connecting back into the ship, I guess. Too bad. It's a bit Polaris though, isn't it? It's a bit Polaris. So it's not so much a nacelle ship, it's more of a delta wing. Well, not really. It's just a nacelle mounted diagonally, it's not necessarily a wing. I'm struggling with this, I really am. Blake 7's ships. 3 nacelles are sort of the old Blake 7 Liberator design. Follow your feelings, use the force. Well, no, not like the Klingons, no. I mean, the other thought they had was adding just basically the forward engines sort of here, right? And then maybe have several layers of them at different heights. So you'd have like another one, maybe a bit higher and set forwarder. And then you cowl it over. So you have a very sort of long back kind of on the top, but then it slopes back down underneath. Kind of like how the Mon Calamari cruiser does in Star Wars, I suppose. But then that negates performance of the thrusters, because you're not getting the torque from them for your lefty righty very well, because they're aligned in the center. So if I'm caring more about performance, I should have the thrusters out here, right? And then we probably only need one reverse rather than 2 reverse. We can have that. Come on, come on, follow me. There you go. Good boy, good boy. So you'd have 1 reverse, well, 2 reverse, I suppose. And that'll be the end of the nacelle there. Then you could have your uppy downies. Sort of just behind these guys, I guess. And if we use these slopey boys. That right? No. To be honest with that, I don't know. Gnarly. Gnarly, 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 gnarly. Move that one up that way and do that. And then have... Holy shit. Fucking hell. Wow. Jacob! What the hell are you doing, man? Jesus. You scared the shit. You scared the crap out of me, man. Oh my god. Dude, Jacob, thank you very much. $200 super chat. That's insane. Yes, in the mode. Oh my god. Jacob, hey Spanj, I've been taken away by adulting for the past bit, so I haven't been as involved as I normally am. Hope things are going well. Here's an idea for the build. You could go 3 nacelles instead of 4, like a lambda sort look. Would be unique compared to the other factions. I'm gonna have to look that up. But first of all, Jacob, thank you very much. That's insane, dude. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Oh my god. Yep, that'll do it. If you want to break me. Is that the lambda thing? Is that, what is that from? Is that Star Trek? That sounds like a shuttle. I'm looking on images now. I'm like, what? What is that from? Lambda. Lambda. I don't know where that's from. Star Wars, the Triangle Shuttle. It is a Lambda class shuttle. You mean like the 3-prongy bastard? Yeah. That's crazy talk, that is. That is crazy talk. I do like how you think, though. Like, it's ballsy. It's well ballsy. So, would you... But it's a bit... Ha! So, You'd have 5 forward engines? I got you guys. I caught up. It's the Lambda class shuttle is the Star Warsy one, but I'm pretty sure there's a Lambda in the Star Trek universe as well. So I was getting very confused. Anyway, it's an inverted Y. Yeah, I got you. So you'd have 5 engines, or you'd have 6 forward engines. That's too many engines. It only needs 4 tops, and you got yourself your top speed there, even with all the extra armor I'm going to add. See, if I had another freaking fin on the top here with more engines, is that going a bit too ham? Unless the top fin, I have large engines instead of the XLs, and then it's more of a kind of decorative statement than anything significant. But it could be an interesting feature. It can definitely be an interesting feature. Spanj has no English currently. Currently, that's a standard. Crazy talk. He's my brother. We're all a little worried about him. Are tanks more effective than combat SVs or CVs? I would say that SVs are more effective than tanks. They are more flexible. They're more flexible in which sort of combat role you put them in. And so you can do a lot more with them, basically. Yeah, there we go. One block. I'm going to keep this nacelle design that I've got going on here. What I think I'll do is when I build the brewage section or the main deck on top of this lot, I will then add a sort of a fin type thing going on the back here and out the back, and I will use large thrusters rather than the XLs, more just for effect than actually anything else. Now, I've got the uppy downies and the forwardies. Now, I may want to double up on the downies. This is my level of English right now. The uppy downies. I may want to double up on the downies. I think what I'll do is if I have another couple of downies, and then that gives it a lot of lift, basically, and you always really need more lift than anything else, so put that there as well. And then, like I said at the end, I could just take out the stuff that can be upgrades, basically, as long as I've got the space for it. The fully decked out version of the ship is probably going to require all 6 of those quantums and auxiliary cores and stuff like that, maybe even more. But I can take things off of it and reduce its spec as I reduce the core count to make it kind of like an upgradable combat vessel. Okay, let's... These freaking things have massive amounts of hit points, so I'm not really going to cover them in armor. I'm just going to use standard steel blocks, and then I'll use, as normal, sort of plastic for all the decorations and flare and stuff like that. Let's nacelle this up. I'm going to do a bit of block shaping now. Yeah, that's fine, because we're not... I've turned off that bottom thing because I'm not making a square nacelle, so that's okay. Right. Now, parts of this are going to be interesting because I need to blend it back into the hull, you know? Two, and 2. Okay, good. That's what we needed. Although 2 is a really annoying number, because if I could get it to 3, then that's... you can put turrets on it. It's at 2, then that's not a turretable surface. Which blows. But if I out it anymore, it's going to look weird. Have lumpy bits. Gonna have lumpy bits. Watch the master work here. In the time Spanj shapes, textures, and publishes this, I will still be configuring my paint swatches. I'll stream a build sometime for those who have trouble sleeping. You do have mighty swatches, though. Also, don't underestimate how long it takes me to get a build out. The Vindicator, which came out today, was started around about this time last year. So... yeah, takes me a while sometimes. Okay, so how do I get these guys up to... Do you know what I might do is actually just create sections along the nacelle that are chunkier, and then I can create the 3-block wide gap I need on some of the faces to add turrets later, and that will actually create block shaping along the way. And actually be a texturable feature. Okay, we'll do that. That's good. Okie dokie. Or I can make this whole thing a bit wider and bigger so that I can actually create nice shapes around it. There's a bloody idea, isn't it? Ooh. Hang on then. Let me do something, because this is something that I've seen other builders do, and I've never been able to really replicate it very well. So I want to try it. This is the inside slopage here. Wait. Behave. I might later on take this further out, you know, and get some more flair on this thing, but I wanted to try this at least initially to get that kind of shape there. Look. Yeah, that's what I wanted. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Lumpy bits on the end. Yeah. In the time it takes you to build one, I'll still be collecting orcs and quantum cores just to run it. There you go. You could blend the outer nacelles into the top nacelle and just reduce the harshness of the slope. Well, there's quite a lot of space between where I'd want those two. So the top nacelle would again be 3 blocks wide initially. Let's just map this out a little bit for visual context. And then the... do you know what? The freaking large thrusters are a pain in the ass, aren't they? They're only they're too wide. This is a center block symmetry mode. Center of the block, center block symmetry, so it's yucky. I'd have to use an XL. Damn it. Okay. Fine. 3 blocks wide with a 2 block shaping allowance to give it a slope and stoof. Plus also retractable turrets on the side. Okay. And I don't know, dimensionally that's probably going to be, because we've got top layer armor, then bridge floor layer, bridge roof. Spacing gap. That'll be where the top nacelle freaking starts. Yeah. So that puts it into a little bit of context there, doesn't it? So if you had like, I had an XL there just as a placeholder, wrong type. Let's get the right one. There's our third nacelle, basically. Oh dear. But a wing from the outer shape. Right, so you'd carry that on up over into the... That would look retro as hell. Okay, maybe I'll do that later. Let me get this freaking nacelle worked up, and then I think what we need to do as well is get the dimensions of the front. Now, bearing in mind the dimensions of the nacelles we're going to have, the front of the ship's probably going to have to come out in order to make it look proportionally correct. It's a lot of frontal armor. That's a lot of frontal armor. Yeah, that is a lot of frontal armor. Here's a question for Artemis. If I had your armored nose cones, or whatever you want to call them that you have, are they full Xeno, or are they plastic? What material are you using? I'm guessing it's Xeno, but I know that from the... Forgive me, I can't remember the name of it. Not the Lightning, the smaller one, the one that I used in my series once. I'm really sorry, I can't remember the freaking name of it. But I know you used a lot of plastic on that one, but it did have like Xeno sections within. This is rapidly escalating beyond light maneuverable combat CV. Who said light maneuverable? I said maneuverable. I never said light. No. Never did I say light. Never did I ever say light. That's crazy talk, that is. Lots of rooms for guns. More space for guns. Yeah, well, the guns, I suppose, are going to be... mostly mounted on the rear section of the hull, except for some decoy and light weapons at the front to draw fire. The main firepower is going to be all the way back here and in sections up here. But yeah, I'm guessing Artemis didn't hear me. Or maybe he's typing his response. Now, this nacelle does not need to be that chunky all the way down. So I want to take... first of all, I love the word chunky. Thank you, Lainey, for introducing me to that. I kind of want to end it there for the lower section, right? This is going to look a bit weird, but maybe I can pull it off. You never know until you try these things, whether it's going to work or not, so just give it a go. Must be chunky! Embrace the chunk, right? Chunk is life.
Nailed it.
Oh, Artemis doesn't want to share his trade secrets. That is also a possibility. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Anonymous, thank you very much for gifting a bunch of subs.
Nailed it.
I don't know if you know if your username is anonymous or you've elected to just keep it anonymous. But thank you very much. In any case, you're a very generous person, and it is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Nailed it.
Okay. In that case, let's build the front section of this nacelle so that I can then figure out how I'm going to scoop the bottom so it's not that chunky.
Nailed it.
Chunky is an excellent word, as is huge-ginormous.
Nailed it.
It's a little like huge-ginormous. Doesn't quite roll though, does it? Not as good as chunk.
Nailed it.
Let's be honest. Everybody knows what you mean with chunk. Huge-ginormous just sounds like you got your words mixed up. I really offended someone. Right. More blocks. More blocks. There's a problem with doing nacelles, right? Is you end up with just huge freaking chunks of blocks that add to the weight of the ship. I could do stumpy nacelles, but I think it would look garbage. Right. Let's bring that over. Okay. It's looking a little bit like one of Ent's builds right now. It's not a bad thing. They're freaking amazing.
Noise.
Noise. What's noise? I'll take it. Hey, Meat Mopper. Meat Mopper. What a name. They call me Meat Mopper. I'm not sure if I even want to know what the story is behind Meat Mopper, honestly. I think I can do without. Yeah. Oh dear. Thank you for the follow, though, dude. Welcome along. Now that I haven't finished insulting your name. Welcome along. Alright. See, I'm thinking, like, literally, I just kill this off like that. Basically. I might even actually replace this guy here, all the way back here, with a Kirby boy. But extra WTF. Yeah? Extract the middle, less important armor block with the plastic to help with the weight. Yep. I worked at a meat factory as a sanitation engineer. Oh man. Best story ever. That is absolutely not what anyone expected. I gotta say. Last time I was called Meat Mopper, I got kicked out of Applebee's. It's the most decent story I could have ever thought of. Leave it flat. 3 reds in back. Alright. What are you talking about, Michael?
Nailed it.
Right. Oh, hello. We're going to do a lot of shaping, I think, like, towards the end. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out if I can even get this going the way I want it to. So I'm thinking, like, we do the same thing here, but... Let's see. Not nearly as... well. Oh. Gonna look wrong, isn't it? Tiny boy. Tiny boy. Right. I've been watching your latest videos, then saw you on YouTube, then I asked myself, why didn't I go on over to Twitch? There you go, see? Very nice. Hey, Von Booticus, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Meat Mopper. Great job, man. Yeah, welcome, dude, see? I've been missing out all this time. That new ship of yours reminds me of the Venturous, the one with the pizza wedge shaped hull and 4 nacelles. Oh, you mean this one? She's a beauty. She's much smaller. In every way to what this freaking monstrosity is going to turn out like, I swear. Right, this is... Oopsie daisy. I'm not entirely happy with this setup here. It might be the position of the extra large thruster. Or it might just be the shape of the blocks I've got going around it right now. What I might do is change it out for an enclosed one. Where did that go? These extra large thrusters are a pain in the ass to pop down, they really are. Right. See, that's more sort of center to that area, and that might work better for me. It might work better. Yeah, I think that looks more centralized in that area, so I think that looks better. Right, okay. So this is a general idea of the shape of the nacelles. We can add like lots of guns on the bottom there. We can add some detailing there as well. Now, with this, what we want to do is create ridges that we can mount turrets on. Through this whole thing, I'm thinking like maybe 3 turrets max, and they'd only be like flaks or gats or something, you know? 4 blocks, please, Susan. Damn, going through them today. Right, what gaps did I use there? Was that 5? 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Bingo. Okay. And then all we do is we do the same in the bottom of each of these. And then you could even mount, well, at the back there you can, at the front here not really so much, but you can mount a side mounted turret there as well. And all this does is create a little bit of a block texture as well to this nacelle. Come on. That way you can have a turret there, and turret there. And a turret there. On the nacelles. Not that I encourage turrets on nacelles, but forward thinking, upgrade thinking, that sort of stuff. Red Eyed Sniper, dude, thank you very much for the $10. Awesome stuff. Hey, how's it going? Oh, what do we have here? This looks, I love how that sentence just ends that this looks. Awesome. Thanks, buddy. Jacob, thank you very much for another $20. Damn, dude, you're on one today. I love it. Ideal for ship name, the Carnum Latus, which is Latin for meat cleaner, or in this case, meat mopper. Nice, very nice. Good suggestion. Love it. Right, so now we got this kind of like ugly business over here of trying to get the nacelle integrated into the hull in a pleasing way. So it doesn't just like yam like that, basically. And we've got these Xeno blocks that we need to cover up. So again, a bit more block shaping. We'll do a rounded sort of attachment to that. Okay. Fine. And then the top side as well. To be honest, I'm thinking right at this point here, we just literally do that. Because this, I suspect, is probably going to come out a lot further out. Well, we can terminate it here. Terminated. And that should allow us to cover up the that Xeno blocks there, basically. It's a really weird place to connect it to the hull, isn't it? It's kind of like a lot going forward, but not much going backwards. For a nacelle, it's a little bit upside down. They usually extend quite far out the rear of a ship, but and it might be that I will change that later and I'll move them all the way back, but right now I want to try and keep them alongside. Extending the length of a ship makes it harder for it to pitch, basically. You can try and keep... It's really annoying, but basically you try and keep the ship as boxy as possible, as cubular as possible in its overall dimensions, it will perform better. So the game is trying to get us to fly around in Borg cubes, basically. It sucks. Alright, so we're gonna have that coming up like that. Up to there to meet the bridge section, which ends at that block there. So we could do a direct slope down and then bring the whole hull forward. Like it's a massive kind of Star Destroyer style slope bloody thing, but that doesn't give us many turret options unless we then do something like that, but horizontally. But then that gives us a pretty poor firing angle. The other option is we multi-layer it, so we do a slope up to that bit there, but then we bring it down and then angle it that way, and we do like a more terraced approach. That will give you turrets lots of free firing angle, but it might look garbage. Is that why my builds always come out so boxy? If you're pursuing pure performance, then your builds are more likely to come out more cubular in overall dimension. Remember, I'm not talking about an actual box here. If you draw a box around your ship, your ship's furthest dimension, so rear top left corner to front bottom right corner, basically. If you draw a box around it, the more box that is, then the better your performance in terms of pitch, yaw, and stuff like that, or the more average it is. If you build it longer but thinner, you'll get great roll, but poor pitch. If you build it wide and short, poor roll, but great pitch. You see? There's something about yaw in there as well. You could do a slope up, like you were suggesting, then use this slope to hide bunker turrets. Yeah, bunker turrets are another option. It's just that would obviously limit quite a lot their firing angles, but there is reasons to do that as well. Yeah. All right. Just trying to imagine the overall dimensions of this thing right now. Okay. Let's do... This is all subject to change. I don't like you to get too attached to these sort of initial build ideas, because quite often I'll tear it the whole way down again and then just redo it. This is about, right now, tapering those flat surfaces. Flat surfaces aren't necessarily your enemy, but if you are doing a flat surface, you need to kind of make it a feature in its own right. And that might be by block variation, by using deco, windows, that sort of thing. The portals, not the operating system. Right. So we can continue this up. We're gonna need layer of Xeno over the top of that, because that outer hull there just being steel. Remarkably, by just sort of insulating key blocks with Xeno, you use a far less Xeno than if the entire hull was lined with Xeno, if you know what I mean. See, if we did a steel layer and then we did a Xeno layer underneath it, we'd use a lot more Xeno. Getting to be a very, very big flat surface, this right now, and I'm starting to itch. It's starting to make me itch. I built for utility, not prettiness. That's absolutely fine. I tell you, you know, these utility builds are far more effective than my pretty boy builds. I tell you. Knobbly ships are more efficient. Yep. Knobbly ships are very much more efficient when it comes to gun placement. Like, you know, the more terraces you have where you can position a turret where it has a free, unobstructed shot to the enemy, the better. I would like to see the ability to mount weapons on the secondary angles as well as the primary. Yes! 100% agree to that. I would love to be able to put turrets on this slope, like on the actual angle, at the angle of the slope. Avorion can do it. That was one of the things I really liked about Avorion, is that you could have your turret mounts, you can have them at angles, and then the turrets slap on those angles like a beauty. It was beautiful. It was lovely. So what I'm going to have to do here in order to get a turret placed on this big flat angled surface is actually make it not so freaking angled. I'm going to use these. Well, I'm thinking artillery turrets because it'll be one of the highest elevated points of the ship, and right at the back, longest range turret. Tricky one, because you could build a sniper ship and have your artilleries mounted right at the front, and then you just basically poke things with your artillery, but artilleries are useless against shields, so that kind of method dried up when shields were introduced, I think. By all means, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that's really practical anymore. So we need a 5-block gap here, and what we're going to do is we build the platform out. We need to come out even further. And we could do a bit of angling here, to be fair. It's probably best, actually, if I do this in combat steel. It's heavy. But if this turret's going to get shot, it'd be great if it didn't. If you didn't just lose the blocks underneath it as a result. Right, so that guy there, and that guy there. In theory, I could put this guy there, and this guy there, and then have... Yeah, it's going to be too much, but I could do that one instead. Schlappity-doo! They're fucking massive, aren't they? These artillery turrets. I'm like, is my ship too small? Is it too small? Have they built it too small again? Damn it! Oh dear. Have your people talk to Elion's people and let's get this done. I always had a little honeycomb nest of turrets on slopes like that. You add some pipes going up to the midish. Midish. I'm about 14 minutes behind, but please tell me you're going to put a couple of big rail guns onto the front ends of the nacelles. They look like guns at the moment. Oh yeah, these big honky little pew. It looks like a what's the freaking Fathmere? Is it a Fathmere? Fathmere? What's the name of that mech? Fathmere? I'm making noises now. Right. Well, hey everybody. Right, we've got some artilleries. Big honky hitty guns. I'm gonna favour mostly positron beams, right? Because what I want to plumb into the manual fire group here is these artillery cannons, which we'll have to decide on a nice place to put them at some point. You never need to worry about Spanj putting in more pipes. Oh yeah, there'll be plenty of pipes. Do not worry. Spanj once gets lost his English, please reboot. Spanj is well known in these parts for laying pipe. I'll have you know. Absolutely. That's right. That's right, you know. That's right. That's right. That's right. Right. Maybe you're right. Maybe I do need a reboot. Right, let's put some concrete. Concrete? Fucking hell. So broken. Plasma positron. Positron beams. There we go. It's a positron beam. Let's go there. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, nice. Right. It's a positron beam. We can have this sort of terraced. Where's my blocks? Terraced look. Right there. It happens. It happens pretty much every Chillin and Buildin. I will go slightly insane for temporarily. Don't worry. This is normal. It's just normal spangenings. Nothing to worry about. Temporary insanity. What is that song? It's got a song stuck in my head. I don't know. But you see how I'm terracing this ship right now in order to get these firing angles. I run into a bit of a problem with this terrace here. There's the Xeno. There's the inner hull Xeno. Now, that's fine. I can just layer the steel on top of it. Bingo. But that means I can't have another terrace for another gun for that whole section there, which sucks. Can I go lower? No, that's where the ammo stores are. I don't want to go lower than that. Adding more guns on top of the ammo stores is probably a bad idea anyway. Yeah. Maybe not. Insanity was part of the creative process. It is. It is. Sometimes you just need to like let loose a little bit of craziness in order to, you know, do that shit. Right? What have I done here? I've done something bad. Is there an ESRB rating for may cause temporary insanity? At Imperium, there isn't, but there really should be, if you think about it. Like how crazy this game makes me sometimes. Literally insane! There you go, I solved it. I made it all better. I'm awesome. Confirmed. Alright. CZ is safe because most people will leave you alone. There you go. Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai. Eternal Coffee Layer, you absolute beast. Love it. That is exactly what I was thinking of. Because I said temporary insanity, didn't I? Instead of virtual insanity, but for whatever reason my brain just decided that that was the song that I should sing it to. Well done, brain. Congratulations. You're weird. Right, moving on. Right, so I've got not very many, is it? Got a couple of turrets. A couple of turrets. Okay. What if everybody is crazy? Oh. Oh, now. What are you saying? What are you saying? I've got a crazy idea. Because, you know, we're in that sort of zone right now. I have a crazy idea. And I'm trying to figure out, right now, it depends on what I do with the front of this ship. Do I just make a giant penis of armor? You know? Or do I do something rather unique and interesting? The penis is the obvious answer. You know, that is where everybody goes. You have the balls and then you have the penis. That is a ship. There you go. Off you trot. I've been trying to steer away from penis ships for a while. Honestly. Artemis is the king of penis ships right now. Can't argue with that. It's just unique, says a Scarly. Unique. Unique. Make it good. No pressure. Crazy ones will have a blast, and you would be bored. Quite right. Okay. Yeah. Everyone else doing the long nose one. Right. What if we did the wide nose one? Ah. What if we did this? Hammerhead. Dan, Dan, Dan. The hammerhead. Yeah. What if we did a hammerhead style nostril? Seen a few of those too. Ah, there's no pleasing some people. What do you want? You want a vertical nose? That's genuinely insane. How would we land it? How would we land it? You're asking. Good point. All right, fair enough. Right. Hammerhead nose on the tip. Just face first. Donk. Done. On the face. Just land it nose first. That's what it's for. Right. Right, if we do a hammerhead, then it needs to come out lower than that engine, not for any particular reason, more just for sort of preferences. And I would like it to flare back like an anchor almost. Right. I'm drawing in my mind. Sorry, I know. You're like watching me going, "What the fuck is he doing?" I'm drawing in my mind, just using the mouse pointer rather than my fingers. Alright. Okay. Like Boba Fett's ship. On its arse. Vertically. Have you ever done a vertical CV at all? No! I haven't. And I thought about it, but then somebody did a vertical CV and it was very, very nice and it was beautiful. And then I spawned it in and I tried to fly it and it was horrible. The camera alignment and the way that the game figures out vertically aligned. It doesn't. That's the point. It doesn't figure out vertically aligned ships. It freaks the hell out. It doesn't know how to treat them. The maneuverability is all wonky and wrong. The camera's screwed, and yeah, they're a bit awful to use. They look wonderful. Don't get me wrong, and very unique. But there is a reason you don't see very many of them, and that's because they're super wonko. Super wonko. There isn't really any other way to say it. The wonko is strong with vertically aligned nonsense. Right. Sounds like you set yourself a challenge then. No. I don't want to. Right. I want to outline some stuff here. The hammerhead element is going to be a bit lower than the rest of the ship in order to get the terracing on there done to a good way. We could set up Tavera style weapon systems where we have like the 3 points around a circular cylinder type thingy-majiggy, but as this is going to be the armor front, that is basically just a good way of losing a hell of a lot of turrets very quickly. You could still put turrets there, but you wouldn't put very valuable ones there. My other issue with doing this is it's potentially going to obscure a lot of the potential firing angle from the front half of the ship, leaving pretty much just the top side of the ship being able to actually shoot stuff. Wonko, not to be confused with Chonko. Yep. Wonko is a great word. I will finish this time next month. Ah, sure, alright. Okay. Right. See, I'm thinking of basically doing a rounded front here. Basically, a nice sort of flat rounded front. Armor it up, layer it up, make it look nice, and then maybe do some somewhat hexagonal, maybe cylindrical offshoots. Very much a style that terraces down on the outside. This whole flare thing I wanted to do, I might have to rethink that, or I do something like I did actually with the hammerhead. I've got it over here with the actual where you basically just you flare off of half blocks and stuff like that. But obviously I just drag it back as vertical half blocks, and that might be I was going to say that might be where I mount the artillery cannons, but that would be insane. The artillery cannons must be mounted back here. I was going to mount them in the... I'm unstable!
Noise.
Shit! Am I right? Am I okay? Little blipsy? Little blip? It was a wee little blip. Everything's fine. Don't any worry about it. Right, let's see if we can get that. Oh, I just need to enable it, don't I? Oh no, it's on the wrong... What's my block height here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gap. So... Hello, what the bloody hell? Yes, of course, because the symmetry is off, which needs to be... the bottom of that block. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Right. Pervy shit. Everything went wibbly wobbly, but it's better now. Good. Bit of wibbly wobbly. It's a wibbly wobbly. Eh? You got to say it with a Welsh accent. Wibbly wobbly. And then basically you're just saying jellyfish in Welsh. Nonsense! Be gone, foul beast! Half block that nonsense. There we go. Okay. Not a thing. Okay, cool. Good, I am glad. Thank you.
Nailed it.
Howdy. Viper, thanks for the Prime sub, dude. And for the follow. 007 Phil, thank you very much for the 10 months sub as well. Appreciate it, dude. That was like 20 minutes ago. I suck, man. I suck at this freaking Twitch chat, I tell you. Penis! Right. If you're new here, that's normal. Don't worry. Alright. Let's get rid of this stuff here, because it's really putting me off right now. Hey, 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 hey.
Nailed it.
Build, build, build. Hey, Mr. Blazer. How the devil are you? Thank you for the sub. 27 months. You're an absolute gentleman. Thank you very much, sir. Very, 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 very kind of you. Do we want... Now, this is going to be tricky because we need to do cylindrical nonsense, but we haven't got a lot of room to do cylindrical nonsense, so it makes it difficult to cylindrical nonsensify it. Yeah. I think the cylinder that we're going to have to go for here is this type, where we basically go that slope straight into... Hello. That slope straight into that slope. But it's wonko, as you can see. I'm going to do a 3-block wide gap here, just so I can get a turret on the top here, because that is only a 2-block spacing. So it's less cylinder and more cartridge? I don't actually know. What's an oblong cylinder? Oblong. An oblong. Right. Okay. So now if we draw this out another... yeah, 3 blocks like that, right? 3 blocks. I don't know why I'm doing 3 blocks, but then that makes that a turret mount, doesn't it? It's all getting weird. It's all getting weird. Hey, Bradley says, I've caught up now. The phallic is strong with this one. No! This is not a penis ship. No penis here. Right. No. I'm basically gonna bring it back out again. And then put a knob on it, basically. I don't know how else to describe what I have planned. But it's not a penis ship, eh? Stop that. Oh my gosh, right. No, the knob's going to be on the side. No. You don't get it. You don't know. You don't understand my burden. You bastards. Oh man. It's not a penis ship. It's not a penis ship. Shut up. You guys are the worst. Honestly. Just trying to like build nice things. You all make it so weird. Honestly. Can't even with you. Right, that is annoyingly half blocks. But it's fine because we can just do that as a... Nope, not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. What am I doing? Michael with the literalness there, as always. Bit Tavera Tavera light. Right? Excuse me, sorry. Curve it like a C at the front for better sideways gun depression. Yeah. Now, bearing in mind, the only turrets that I want on the front here are probably throwaways, right? Because they're going to be like destroyed so fast. But we can have top and we can have bottom turrets on the front there. Now, inside all of that stuff, I can layer it with Xeno steel, put some generators in there as well, maybe some thrusters. So it all draws fire into that big, heavily armored hammer. And then all the guns that we can get on the back half of the ship will be the heavy hitters. Take it easy, mate. Cheers, buddy. Looks a bit like Prometheus from Stargate. Okay. I'm not seeing it personally, but alright. Right, so there's two turrets that we can have there, but they'll be right next to each other. That's fine, I guess. It'd be good if we can maybe like encompass them into some kind of like flare. Design dramatic flariness. Maybe actually all we need to do here is let me just close this off a second. Yeah. Don't forget a fridge. Alright. It's a good call, good call. May have forgotten. Who knows? More blocks, please, Susan. HH. No. Regular old blocky blocks. Outrageous. No particular reason. Just it's something there then, isn't it? Alright. we have a framework of the front there. It feels like building a Tavera to fight a Tavera. Well, not the worst idea in the world, is it?
Noise.
It's also 3 blocks wide, so... Still very much like trying to figure out levels and the terracing and stuff that I could do in order to get more gun emplacements on this thing. Always looks like a Daedalus class starship from Stargate. Oh shit, I've still got the top and bottom symmetry enabled. Guns, guns, guns. That's what it all comes down to now. Mostly focusing on positron beams and manual artillery guns, and I might put a couple of sentinel flaks on there that are just set to drones. Like with the sentinel flaks, you probably need just one on the top and one on the bottom with a good angle on everything, and they will just, those two will keep you pretty safe from most drones. Justin, thank you very much for the $50. I missed that. It was like 7 minutes ago. I so totally missed that. Dude, thank you very much, Justin. That's amazingly generous. Thank you very much. He says ship name, Knobbed Phallus. You know I can't do that. The Steam policy would shut it down. It can't be called the Knobbed Phallus. Dude, thank you very much for the $50. Massively appreciated. But if you did that just to try and name the ship, you should have kept your money. You should have kept your money. Oh dear. What are you guys like? Honestly. Great stuff. Love it. Right, that I'm hoping doesn't obstruct the positron beam there too much, and likewise with those as well. I'm hoping that's okay. I mean, they can still, yeah, they should be fine. I know hitboxes are weird in this game, but that should be okay. But yeah, hitboxes are totally weird in this game. What's your CPU at? Let's have a little check, shall we? Oh, we are at 3.4 million of 3.3 million that we've allowed ourselves, which means we're going to need more quantums. We are going to need more quantums. Don't forget as well that I'm going to build a fully decked out ship, and then I'm going to try and trim it down as much as I can to hopefully 2.1 million CPU, or those freaking Nacelle thrusters. It might be a bloody struggle, I tell you. One gun, that's all you're allowed. Prince Albert would be an awesome name. maybe. Don't know. I'm not sure it'd be that popular among some of the subscribers. Nothing against Prince Albert, but yeah. Anyway. You need to get another turret in this space here, do you think? Or do you think that's going to cut this guy off too much? At the moment, these have all got a nice firing angle. I dish him with fire right now. This is getting quite far forward, so I might downgrade. What's the CPU on these guys compared to laser turrets? Laser turrets are... CPU varies, obviously, depending on the turret. A laser 22,000, these are 25,000. Oh, so not worth it. Keep the positrons. Screw your laser turret. We could have something like a missile turret there, I think are much cheaper CPU-wise, and therefore... Oh, 37,500, never mind, I take it back, Crikey. They're expensive. The Jimmy car. Oh my god. Sorry. So Jimmy Carr laughs. Right, hang on. I'm trying to figure out stuff and then I'm getting distracted. I'm just like, this is too hard. I'm going to go do work on this bit over here. No. No. Right, can we bring this down there? So just one step and then have another posy boy. Have another posy boy there. It's going to be a bit of an ugly terrace, that one, but I don't really see any way to get around that. Perfect. It's the XL shield stuff. I've never been able to figure out how to get them in without a lot of quantums and stuff. Yeah. They are very hungry. You know, very, very hungry. Ugh, trying to blend these shapes together and in a nice way. Really, really difficult, actually. The terracing is so obvious, isn't it? It's really difficult to blend in a nice way. Terracing like that. Really, really difficult. Okay. I'm gonna have to do something very different then in that case, I think, in order to get this to not look terrible. And I need to bring it down because I want this neck here to be kind of preserved. So this turret here needs to go, actually, I think, and then we need to start bringing it down at that turret there. I think I've gone too far forward with this stuff, and it's never ever gonna. I'm never gonna be able to bring it down one terrace at a time. I'm gonna run out of room, and then unless I just move that whole thing much further forward, which I suppose is a possibility, but. What I did have in mind for this earlier was a massive weapon array, basically like a freaking bunkered weapon bunker, like I got on the Valkyrie, the two freaking spikes coming out the top of the Valkyrie, like that, but buried in the hull on the side there. But this front has kind of changed that a bit. So right now, I'm thinking what we do. Jesus, I don't even know. I don't even know. Right, we need the dimensions first of all. Let's bring that up there, because that's so. I need to start from here basically. Should I do a rounded thing or a slope block slope? You can't see my hands right now. I'm gesturing and you can't even freaking see me. Slope, block, slope kind of thing. Down, all the way down to about there, and then a flat, and then down, all the way down to there kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking. Let's line it up. Let's line it out. Let's see what we got. Now, the outside texturing of this thing is going to be a bit of a mission, but the inside should be reasonably easy. There's not a huge amount of inside to it. Slope, block, slope, or it'll definitely be a Jimmy car. Yeah. Hello. And that's come out to about there. Down to about there. Maybe a bit higher actually. Yep. Now again, like I said before, flat edges aren't necessarily the enemy. You just got to do something with them. What I'm going to do with that one, I don't know yet. But it might be perfect for that weapons array I was talking about. Although I think the firing angle is going to be very limited with the front of the ship in the way. You'd hollow that out and I can maybe put 2 turrets in there, but then their direction of fire is right in the back of the thing there, isn't it? Not ideal. Yeah, this will be a fun transition. That one's easy, it's this guy. Nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. That does not exist. That does not exist. So I could take you out and replace you with one of you, and then it's fine. There we go. You're gonna have a junction anyway, so and we just put off the transition till that point there. Oh no. Does that one work? Nope. What is it? What is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? One of these. This guy. There we go. And then this guy. And then that is all kinds of wrong. Oh dear. That won't go. Oh boy. Yep. Right. Takes me longer to pick an SV to spawn in than Spanj takes to build a dreadnought from scratch. What are you doing, Justin? Elliot, make more blocks. Yes. Pipe it. Great. Great. Yes. We will add plenty of pipes. The problem with the pipes right now is I'm trying to figure out turret angles and stuff like that, and I don't want to pipe out turrets. Right? Speaking of which, let's get a few basic gatty boys. I could put 2 more in the middle there. I'm gonna leave them off for now. But yeah, that is an option. That is some strong gap. Frontal gap, that is. If I hope builds like a Borg cube look exciting. Borg cubes are exciting. Don't underestimate the power of a Borg cube. Have you seen some of the Borg cubes on the workshop? You must have. They're freaking amazing. Some of them are really good. It is slightly obscured by that gat turret. Also slightly obscured by the front bit, but the Borg cube is the only ship I don't have a problem building. Needs to be one higher at least. Well, the way I think about it, generally you approach ships at this angle, right? Generally you'll approach ships at that angle, in which case all those turrets will be able to shoot it. Even the bottom gats, the front there. That's got a clear line of sight. That guy right there. That's got a clear line of sight. Just about, but if you attack it from this angle, yeah, you got a problem. But generally speaking, you'll maneuver the ship with it, because your chase camera, if you're in third person, which you will be in this one because it won't have a glass cockpit, your chase camera is about here. Your enemy target will be about there. Right? That's where your crosshairs will be when you're flying it. If we go there... Look at it. See? Generally, your enemy... Generally. And again... it's not always true, but generally your enemy is slightly above the ship rather than slightly... than directly ahead. In which case, this guy will be able to shoot above that gat turret. And this guy too. You're always moving as well. I mean, we spoke earlier about bunkering turrets, and they're even more restricted firing lines, so I'm not too worried about that. This thing is made of steel. Some of these weird angles and odd things like this, I might just choose to like something like this. But I don't know. Right. We've still got the top section as well, the bridge area as well, so yeah, I think it'll be okay. Woo. Getting into that corridor. Oh, hello. Well. Look what we have here. We have you, sir. Oh god, what am I doing? It's like making a rod for my own back right now. It is possible to do this, and I think it would be worth it. This whole kind of quite cool shape, really. And then you get that. But there should be all the angles we need in order to do this all the way up and around again. Once we have the blocks, we can do it. All different places, mind, but yeah, we can do it. There we go. Ta-da! Oh dear. Cool. Think that'd be a prime spot for some boarding ramps. That's a good shout. Yeah, I would agree. Actually, might have to go a deck lower. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, bottom of the ship is reasonably straightforward, and I haven't considered how we're going to get in and out of it yet. I was waiting until I put the bridge up it together before I sort of really thought about it, to be honest. But yeah, this corridor here would be a great place, maybe towards the rear section here, to have landing gears and boarding ramps there. I would like another layer or two of blocks underneath this fusion reactor at the bottom here, which may affect its landing profile, but we'll make it out. We'll make it work. To be honest, I mean, I don't really see it much of a in atmosphere vessel, but if we can make it land, we'll make it land. We'll do it. It'll be fine. Need more pipes. Doors in Elp. Peaceful Chaos, thank you for being a member for 11 months over on YouTube. Much appreciated, good sir. Spearfishing New Zealand, thank you very much for the sub as well. Sir Welshie for the follow. Bin7Co, thank you for the sub as well. Welcome along, guys. Right. It's coming along quite nicely, actually. Reasonably well. I mean, in this section here, I'm just going to block this off, but I probably add, I don't know. I was going to say I might add some windows from this corridor or something, but I got to shape that corridor before I decide what to do with the outer blocks. I'm going to shape this corridor as well. We've got a 3-block wide gap here. I do want to have something in the corridor where I can see that fuel tank asset through some half blocks or something like that. And then this corner here is going to really aggravate me because it's going to upset that 3-block wide pattern or whatever I'm going to go for. So I'm going to have to do a sort of end the corridor there and then do a single block kind of transition into a normal sized corridor here and then here, and then again this is going to upset me as well, but we'll figure it out. And we got the same going on upstairs, a little kind of aggravated there, but you know, I'll do the same sort of thing. Anyway. Glass over fuel. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll do that. It'd be good to have something there. I wouldn't really bring this thing planet side unless you really like mining Promethean. Yeah, exactly. Glass equals protection and deco at the same time. Exactly. Blighted! Hello, buddy. What the hell's going on here? Well, you can't say it's a penis. Sorry. I mean, you can. That's exactly probably what you're about to do. If I could predict what you're typing right now, it would be... It looks like a penis. Yes. Yes, we can. You can say whatever you want. It's not true. It's not true, though, is it? You lie. Right. He's totally not building a penis ship. No, it's not. Shut up. How is that even slightly remotely, What penises are you using, seeing, being, doing? I'm looking at the proportions of this thing from above now, and I'm like, the hammerhead bit is too small. It needs to be like twice as chunk. Considering the rest of the ship, the hammerhead bit is like really small, but I think it'll be okay. It'll be alright. I can't obsess over these things too much, because otherwise they'll just be there forever. A battle cruiser, almost operational. Yeah, it's almost operational battle cruiser. It's fully armed and operational battle station. I'm obsessing over slopage right now. In my brain. I'm like, that, and that can go, because we can maybe do similar to what we did earlier. Right? And then we get rid of this guy all the way along here. Hello, I just deleted a bunch of blocks. No bloody reason. Good job. And at least then we can run this guy all the way along to this point, and there's a bit of shaping. Does anyone want to guess what other build this looks like? Go on, Blighted. Tell me, what other build does this look like? That's exactly what you're bloody gonna say. You little shite bag. Every other build ever. Oh dear. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. How was your day, by the way? How was your day? Good day, was it? Hey. That's not right, is it? No, wait, what have I done here? That's not... That's... Wait, what? Shit. Yeah, it's right. It's that one. And then it's... this guy. Should have just turned the other symmetry plane on. It would have been so much easier. But nay. I will not do things easy, will I? I'm here to support. I feel the support. Peaceful Chaos, thank you very much for the 500 bits, buddy. And the 8 months resub over on Twitch. You're a member on YouTube and you're a friggin' sub on Twitch as well. Absolute boss level. Thank you very much. See, Blade, that's how you support. Yeah? Mr. I've got a pool. Yeah? Oh dear. I need to check my privilege. Right there. Right there. With support like this, who needs tolls? I don't have a pool. See? Blighted. Look at that example being set by an absolute hero. Sloped behind. Laney perks up. Somebody mentions a slope behind, and she's like, "Whoa." You guys are the worst. Honestly, this guy, right, needs to come back to about, I don't know. Ooh, hello, cheeky. What are you doing down there? Like here or so, because I need to transition. I need to transition this all down. Although I have no idea how I'm going to do that. From that height to that height in that shorter distance is going to be really tricky to do. Oh yes, that's the term. Thank you. Did say thank you several times, I believe. Or are you referring to something else? Lag shot. Okay, you're speaking of lag shot. Right, I caught up on the other conversations taking place now. Sorry. Right. Let's get another forward turret in place here. Just another Gatty boy. And, yeah. Pink. Make it pink. Extend the front 15 more blocks forward. Why 15? Have you counted? There's quite a few blocks. It actually would look pretty sick though, wouldn't it? It would look pretty good, I think. If it was just extended a little bit more, that would give me the room I need to... Do you know how much freaking armor that is? It's so much armor. Look at how much Xenosteel is going to be filled in here. But yeah, an extra 15 layers of Xenosteel. I mean, nothing wrong with that, would it? Solves the slope? It does, actually. Jesus Christ. Blighted comes in here in 5 minutes, fixes my entire build. What an asshole. Son of a bitch. Ugh. I hate it when he's right. Yeah, longer. Keep away from the darkness, Spanj. Stay away from the Xeno. Internal structures, Xeno is fine. Cut. Paste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 15's too much. 10. 15's too much. 10 is fine. Yes. Yes, that'll look good. Alright. Player did really come save the day. Don't tell him that. The ego's big enough as it is. Right. Right. Just give me more room to play with. You extended the shaft, just saying. Longer, more girthy, chunkness. Go an odd number. Oh dear. I would love to see you guys on USA Official. Meet you in the void for some real fighting. Look for faction out. Faction out. USA Official. Everybody, go get him. Get him. Sick him. Kill him. Does look like a Tavera. Looks better already. It's got to be blue and called Viagra. My god, I don't know. I try and like not create penisy ships, and you guys always turn my ships into penises. It's not fair. Why'd you hate me? You bastards. You bastards. Don't cock up the bells. Thanks. Hey, Draconis. Was a hype train going on? Or was that? Oh, we might have missed that. Yeah, it was 48 minutes ago. Shit. I missed the hype train on Twitch. Wow. By a lot as well. Not even slightly missed it. Just like completely breezed past it. Didn't happen. Yep. Yep. That's how it goes down. Don't cock up the build. Brilliant advice. Can't argue with it. Outstanding. Can we get a naming poll? Oh dear. Well, I'd have to give you some options to poll on, I guess. Whoa. This thing's getting some serious firepower. Serious pew pew right now, I tell you. There's a lot of positron turrets. HMS Schlong. Brilliant. How could I possibly refuse? How could anyone possibly refuse? We just have to bend over and take it. Well, it's been fun, boys, but the HMS Schlong is here. You know what to do. USS Maximum Girth. What about Girthius Maximus? I don't see the phallicness. It's too wide and flat. Weary man, thank you very much. You are the only person with eyes as far as I'm concerned. Everybody else is just doing it to wind me up. And they know it. They know it. They know what they're doing. They frickin' know. Weary is a gentleman. He's the only one here. Right. You'd think I'd be upset about that, but I'm actually not. I'm enjoying that frontalness, that full frontal. It's a bit like a Klingon ship. There isn't a half-block slope version like that, is it? That is the only scumbag. Elliot, can we have a copy block function, please? See 7 days to die. For examples, thank you. Joe, I got this curving kind of down here. I might actually just continue that slope along. I think that might look better. Variation of the angles. Basic bitch of a slope, but I think it'll work better than the roundedness like I've got going on there. I'm tempted as well with this to just carry that line along and then just embrace it, kind of thing. That's right. Just embrace that angle. Got roundiness like in other places. It's good to sometimes break it up. Make the shut up. Yeah, Spanj, I'm very inclined to see it only as a Cardassian Norin class light cruiser. Yeah, fair enough. New hammerhead. Yeah. Yeah, I heard you enjoy the full frontal. HMS buggery. You are buggered, I tell you, yeah. You want to get backdoored by this thing, you are buggered, mate. Absolutely and royally. You know? Just ask Prince Andrew. He knows all about it. Right. So I've got these big flat sections and stuff here that I want to do some block shaping with. And do something interesting with that. SMS condom. Oh dear. What's wrong with you guys? This is reforged, very much reforged. This papa. It's very reforged. Ho ho ho, the Mjolnir. Kind of has a hammerhead shape, but that name is so overdone. How about the Warhammer? Mjolnir is a good frickin' shout. Weary man. That is such a good name for a ship. Very nice. It must have been done though already, surely. Someone's got a Mjolnir out there, right? I just want to see all the beams firing. It's gonna be so many beams. The bomb is strong. It is gonna be seriously strong. It's a laser cactus. Svalog. Mjolnir. Meow meow. What's wrong with us? I hit the character limit just with a preface. Who sung Hammer Time? Stop. Hammer Time. Forgotten his name. What was his name? MC Me. MC Hammer. There you go. It's the USS MC Hammer. There's too many letters there, isn't there? Doesn't quite work. Oh dear. I want to do something with that space, but I'm not sure what. Red dwarf. The sledge. Hammer house. It's Icelandic for hammerhead. Ah, nice. Icelandic. Very cool. Very, very cool. Get behind that. Could get behind that. Interesting. Interesting. Cool, cool, cool. It's gonna be like what's German for hammerhead? Or like ancient Norse. There's got to be some good combinations. Here I go, restricting turret firing arcs again. Very rectangular, isn't it? Not very good. XL thruster. That is an exceedingly good point. There's an extremely obvious flaw with this ship. I mean, it's fine, because I've still got plenty of room. There's no freaking side thrust, guys. There's no freaking side thrust. It's all up, down, and forwards, backwards. Hammerhead in Norse is hammer collar. So hammer is hammer. Akira, Icelandic for anchor. Akeri. It's a cool name. It's a cool word. HMS Wannabang. HMS Shaggin' Bag Wagon. Oh my god. Shaguar. This game doesn't get the love it deserves. Well, it doesn't deserve love, only hatred. Bitter, bitter hatred.
Noise.
Sounded really harsh, didn't it? Right. Bitter. Oh no, let's not go that high. Let's go one lower like that. There we go. It was looking fine until somebody said I needed to add in some side thrust in. Ruined it. It's ruined. This is ruined. HMS Thor's Wrath. It sticks out. It sticks out. Awesome. You guys are having a great time, aren't you? HMS this, HMS that. Afternoon, good sir. Aiming for vanilla or reforged? Reforged, good sir. Mind you, it should be vanilla-able. You know, every ship is vanilla-able. You just might need an advanced core. Is all. No big deal. Well, that's certainly a feature on the side of the ship. Would it be arc ready? That thing was freaking insane. The manta ray. It's just, yeah, it is just another Tavera. This is like a mini Tavera. This shit reminds me of bowel movement I once. Why are you so mean? You fucker. You bastard. No. It's really harsh. Right. Alright. I might put some Scavenger Alliance balls in the side of that shaft. Possible. Some shafty balls might work. I suppose maybe HMS Sphearnidae, which is the scientific name for the hammerhead shark. Problem is, nobody can pronounce it. Finridae. I can't even pronounce it. Enjoy your play. Thank you very much. Olga, UK, thank you. Eat more fiber. He said the thing. Guns are different, but vanilla should have phasers. Yes. Is hammerhead a bit too on the nose for this one? It's been done. I have a hammerhead already. I can't have another hammerhead. You know? Yeah, what do I, if I make a hammerhead, what becomes of the little baby hammerhead? I love that this thing can fit in the armpit of that, pretty much. Look at that. Oh, you so diddy! It's cute. It's cute. There she is, look. And one hammerhead. Supersede another hammerhead. The pendulum. Does anyone know how to get neodymium without mining it? Salvage thrusters, my friend. Salvage thrusters from crashed capital vessels, which can be found all over the shop. Most planets will have them. I say. It's just double downing. You're just doubling down on being a dick today, aren't you, Blade? Eh? You must have had a really shit day at work. Great. Sure, I can't remember how I built the balls. How did I build the balls? I'm just spawning all my shit in right now. Balls! I need the balls! Hey, there are the balls. You gotta put some balls on my ship. Why build them again when I've already got them? On another boat. You know? They're going to come out pink, though. Just to warn you guys. Pretty much the kind of Scavenger Alliance feature, but I think it would work on this shaft perfectly. Told you they'd be pink.
Lovely.
Lovely. Ah. Engrafty, thanks for becoming a Patreon, man. Awesome. Muchas gracias, señor. Pink balls. May I ask a silly question? What is a CV? Oh, it's short for capital vessel. Svirinder is amusing just to hear Randall try to pronounce it on a like at the workshop. That's true. Actually, that's quite a good call. SS not a peen. Love it, Keith. Yep. So earlier you mentioned it being shaped like an anchor. If you want to stay Nordic, the Norse for anchor is Ekeri. I think somebody said that before. War Maul. I like it. The Mauler. Mauler is also another cool name we could call it. The Mauler. SS Jackhammer. Nice. Didn't know you could copy and paste from one ship to another. That's cool. Hell yeah, dude. Copy and paste is elite. It really is. I've built, you know, I've got some quite cool like features and stuff that I've built on previous ships. I am more than happy to just rip off stuff from my own builds, you know? It's like I've built them once. Why would I build them again when I can just copy and paste? It's so much easier. So yeah, pink balls on the hammerhead section there. Very, very nice. This can't be an SAS build though, because it's too it's a warship and they don't build warships. So many comments could be made about the new ribbed shaft feature. Too easy, I'll leave to the professionals. Blighted, you're up. Wow, this ship is really turning out to be an original, not like anything I've seen before. Totally new, never before used features or anything. Well, you know, I learned from the best, I guess. Right, anyway. Nothing wrong with some balls, okay? Absolutely fine. Cannon turret? Yeah. Right. So the bottom is pretty much, we're going to obviously figure out how to get in and out of it from the bottom, and I'll do some shaping and stuff down here to make it less flat and crap and stuff, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Lots and lots of shaping to do around bits like that, and that might just be a case of using some deco and block shaping and stuff. Rather than putting anything in it. I mean, I suppose it could probably... No, it's too obstructed. It's too obstructed, I think. I was going to say, maybe you could put some lasers turrets in there or something, but... Nay. I do want to try and fit on... maybe a faux turret or something. Or two. for the laser cannons. I'm not sure I'm going to need laser cannons, actually. I think the positron beams will do the job of any laser cannons, so maybe a faux turrets for the artillery cannons would be quite cool. And I've done that before as well. Yeah, when it's on the Vindicator here is what I'm talking about. These faux turrets here for the laser cannons. Could do something similar to that for artillery cannons. They might look quite cool. Alright. So, now I've got a bit of a difficult section here with the bridge set up. I think we'll just frame that out a little bit. I'll frame it out, and then we've got a lot of work to do on the ass. The ass needs much work. So flat top that, and then we need to... I need the roof of the core room, first of all, to be xenoed. Then the floor of the bridge. Gravity generators. To be regular steel for the bridge. There we go. The luchador, nice. Wimperman has a good point. To justify this ship having the same balls as SAS ship, maybe the balls on the SAS ship are a salvage piece of tech originally from this ship. That's a nice lore. I like that. The lore of the Leviathan was that it was actually built by ARC. It was a made-to-order ship built by ARC for the SAS. So, I might be able to ask Hecken very nicely. Put some freaking lots of glowies on it, but I could make it an ARC ship. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. But yeah, I need to get his permission. Spanj always salvages the balls. Hey, most important part, obviously. Come on. They're kidding around. I'm thinking that we bring the bridge up the same height as this positron turret here. Might be a little risky, but I think it'll be okay. Might quite like an observation deck. Like, so we're gonna build necessarily a nacelle, but certainly a fin on the top here. A little Viper-esque, I guess. Let me close this off. But the front section of the fin, we could create like a glass section that we can get into, and use it as an observation deck, maybe like a real top of the ship sort of stuff. Right, so I don't want the fin to go too high, but you know, ish there. And I'm thinking we do it. We want it like that, straight up, like at an angle, straight angle, or start off gently and then slope up, or slope down like a D, like a shark fin. This thing might do well observing black holes if that's in the game. Black holes are in the game. One would think the shaft was more important. Well, the shaft and the head here is going to be filled with Xeno armor. Some thrusters maybe, and some generators. It's all just bullet sponging, you know? Right. So if I start off gentle sloping, delicate. And then go into some heavy sloping. Ooh. Back into some gentle sloping. Yeah. Hands up, who's uncomfortable? It's not very good, is it? Yeah. Oh dear. Almost needs, for that kind of degree of changes to the angle, it needs to be bigger. Room for an invader or 5. What? Hey, OTT, thank you very much for the €5. A Chillin the Building stream is a cause for celebration. What are you building? Why we're chilling? Oh, well, don't ask the chat. I'll tell you that I'm building a penis. But, nah, this is a new combat ship for Reforged Eden. And they're all excited because it's got pink balls. What? No, you. Thanks, Lena, you're the best. What did she do? What did you do? What are you doing, Laney? Betrayal! Oh, you clipped the stream. You do the clippiter. Okay. You did the clippiter, yeah. Alright, I see how it is. I see you. I see you. Alright, fine. Nice hefty ship. Yeah, hopefully it'll have the means to kill most things. All of the turrets that you see, apart from the ones at the front there, are all positron beam turrets, so I'm hoping they're going to rip shields apart, while some manual fire artillery cannons conveniently placed somewhere at the back here, you know, do the rest. I've had some problems with elevated artillery cannons in the past, though. I was testing this thing up against a Tavera, and it just ripped all the turrets off of it. What is a Gerald doing? It's not Gerald. What's he doing there? I hope that's not in the blueprint. Oh dear. Yeah, Tavera ripped all the turrets off of this thing. It didn't penetrate the hull or anything. Like, you know, the hull was still very much intact. All of this armor, it couldn't get through all this armor before all the turrets were destroyed. It was crazy. They ripped these off the back before, like, these laser turrets and artilleries were gone. It was really weird. But there might be some turrets on a Tavera set to mounted weapons, because it destroyed the lasers almost immediately. As soon as the shields went down, those were gone. Shortly after, the 3 artilleries were gone, so I don't know. It might have some mounted weapon targeting. Dude on Vindicator was spaced out by Gerald. Spaced by Gerald. It's in the BP! No! God damn it! Shit! No! Great! That'll be in the comments then! Awesome. Grr, this slopey is really annoying me. It ain't right. It ain't right, I say. I could It makes it difficult to transfer it into vanilla, but could invoke the vermilion block. The vermilion block has spoken. It has been invoked. It is now impossible to take back the vermilion block. All hail the vermilion block. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I was too tired. I need to go to sleep. That's the wrong way! Stupid blocks. That's the right way. Are you right? Yeah. Okay. Now I need you. No, not you. You. Yes.
Noise.
All hail the vermilion block! You mean the block that Elion just need to copy and add to the game since the work's been done already? Yeah. Yeah. The real Pill, thank you for the follow. Jess Core, thank you for the follow. Well, John Wilkinson, thank you for becoming a member as well. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Drink coffee, bait. You're more awake in no time. Insanity noises. I'm having too much fun. Yars. Which is weird for me, saying that about Imperion. Whoops. Oh dear. I mean everything's great. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. No animosity here. Hey, look at that. That's cool. Me likey. Vermilion block. Very good. Round slopey bits. Is it too late to add a spoiler? Well, it was suggested that we could run a wing across there. It's a lot of blocks, though. I suppose you could make it out of plastic. It really wouldn't add that much weight. It wouldn't add anything to the ship, really, other than you just have this almost sort of half kind of ring around the backside of it. I don't know. Looks weird from the front, though, doesn't it? Looks so weird. Looks like a vacuum cleaner. There's the handle. That's the bit that you run along the floor. It's a freaking vacuum cleaner. Oh no, what have I done? I did it again. It's happened again. I need an adult. I made a vacuum cleaner. Oh boy. Yep, Spaceball 1. You got it. Nailed it. Yes, Mega Maid. Mega Maid for all your suction needs. Oh my. Now voiced by George Takei. And it looks like a mustache from the front. Call it the Wilfred Brimley. Nice. I've forgotten his name. The Flanders. I have no idea how many messages YouTube is blocking tonight. Oh, to be honest, I've got the restream chat up, not YouTube chat. It looks pretty clean so far. Unless you've been unblocking them, Laney. Oh, it blocked ABP's comment of BFH, big fucking hammer. Good old YouTube. No lucky to sweary. No lucky to sweary. Alright, Weary Man, take it easy, buddy. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. My other question is, how can I get more guns? More guns on this thing. Right. What I was thinking about the artillery cannons was mounting them up here on the side here, but this thing is not really big enough for maybe 4, but you'd want a space for at least like 20, I think. I don't know. How many artillery cannons is a good number, chat? Tell me. Guide me. Clearly this is a family-friendly stream. Nope. It's a Death Dyson. 17? 17? That's an oddly specific number. 17. Alright, fine. I'll tell you what I'll do then for 17. Is we'll make a faux turret platform here, like we did with the artillery. We'll just make it up here. Right, and I'll build a faux turret there, and I will add... According to Artemis, 12. 12 the max. 69. That is the best number, in fairness. Can't argue with that. Absolutely bang on. 69 is the best number of artillery cannons. Also, would it be good if they were sort of staggered along the hull as well? See, like if I had one embedded into that block there. That'd be kind of cool, right? And then at least then you've got ones at the back and ones at the front. Maybe one's midship or something. I might screw the bridge and just add a big freaking honking faux turret on the top of that as well, and just have the bridge here. Just here behind everything. Just sit there. Who needs a glass cockpit? According to me, the number of artillery you need is yes. The answer is always 42. Right, so 12. According to Artemis, 12 is the number. The number is 12. 12 is the number. 13 is too much. 11 is not enough. 12 is the number. 15 is way out. Alright. Bing, bang, bong. Well, there's 6. Look at that. That looks freaking toasty. Even without the faux turret build around it, that looks freaking toasty. That looks nuts. Love it. Monty Python reference for the win. Absolutely. Glad you got it. Build as much as your age is every year. Add artillery piece. Oh my god. You need enough artillery to have the Bosnians sing about it. Oh my god. 3 lines of 4 down the shaft, then 5 linebackers. Stop calling it the shaft. Mavada showed that staggered hits does a bit more damage. Oh nice, there we go. Well done, Mavado. Good job. So if I have 6 there, I'm gonna have 3 more there on the faux turret on the front there. Let's shape this out a second. I have blip, cross section there, T there, and then blip, right? 9, and then maybe we can get 3 more somewhere in the hull, scattered all over the shop, kind of thing. I could add another. It's only 3 more as well, not. So I'd need 1 central cannon. You have a central cannon there. Dig it into the hull. Blah. Blah, blah. Lots of blah, blah, blah. Lots of blah, blah. 5 million CV. Alright, 44 meters a second forward, 18 backwards, 18 left and right, 35 lift, and 18 down. Roll of 40 degrees, yaw of 23, and a pitch of 20. Not bad, but I haven't added all that Xeno steel in the front yet, so it's a bit iffy. Those numbers are good. Roll of 40, yaw of 20, and pitch of 20 is not bad for a CB. That's quite nice. But by the time I've added all the armor in the front, that is gonna just dive bomb. Absolutely bomb out. On the engine side on top makes another 6. Yeah. So embed him in the hull like that, it'll be alright. That'll do nicely. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, if you think about it. These guys will hit first, followed by that guy, followed by these guys, followed by those guys. So hopefully it'll do a bit more damage. I think we've made some pretty decent progress today, guys. Lots of work still to do. Gotta do the arse. Next stream, arse time. That's what I'll call the stream. Arse time. Nice. Right. I have to go. I'm gonna have to go because my brain is melting. I'm gonna fall asleep. It's got slippy slips. Well, call it jingle balls. You forgot about my gun nacelle request at the start of the stream. What did you want? Giant railguns. What was that? Railguns. What? They're turret railguns, or like, because you can only have one of these. The light railgun mountable thing. I mean, the turret railguns wherever you want. You want to put heavy railgun turrets on the wings? Absolutely do that. There are 3 spots for turrets on the nacelles. Bleh. Just chuck a freaking railgun there. Job's a good one, right? Anyway, on the dramatic music, super dramatic music kicking in. Thank you so much for everybody for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I've had a great time. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the subs, the follows, the resubs, the memberships. The donations are incredible. Big shout out to Jacob, as always, for his incredible generosity today. Absolutely, truly amazing. Thank you all for the amazing name suggestions as well. Keep it up next stream. Yeah, we'll carry on. It's a good build so far. I'm enjoying it. I think we will get much laserage out of this thing. So, well, we'll see. Right, ladies and gents, we'll be back on Friday with the Chaos crew for something. It will be Blighted's choice. So, yeah. Who knows? But have a good night, everybody. Thank you again for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure to stream for you. And hopefully I will see you next time. Until then, take care, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye.